Hey guys, it's Sonia from Yard Girl Creations. I want to show you my excavation art project. The materials I used were a hard substrate, various papers, matte medium, sandpaper, and lots of time. I started off with 9 board canvases and I layered paper and gesso over and over. Okay, you guys, I'm in my final stage of the excavation project. So, I have my 6 panels. Is it 6? 6 or 9? I have my panels. Hold up. I think it's 9, actually. Let me see. I forgot. I think it's 9. I think if I knew math. Yeah. So I have 9 panels here. 9 little, I think they're 4x4 board canvases. They're not glued together. They're not secured in any way. Actually, they're just being held together by the layers of stuff that I have on them. And so I have 2 layers of collage. I think it's 2 layers of collage and 3 layers of gesso. And what's crazy is something is still bleeding through. That's so interesting. So anyway, I used, for my collage papers, I used book pages. I used some wrapping paper. I think I used some magazine pages. And then I got creative, I think, on the second layer. And I used all the same stuff. But then I also added some, I think I added some paint or something. I did this over the week, like over a series of days over the week, so I can't remember everything. But I remember I did add some paint, and I think I added the paint. I can't really remember. I remember I thought about using the paint, but I know for the last layer, I used some pastels over the second layer of gesso, because I wanted to see when I start the excavation process if I would see the colors. So I have this sanding block, but it's kind of wore down. I'm going to use this for the last stage so to smooth it out. But I actually went into the garage and found some sandpaper that's kind of rough. Oh, here it is. And this is 100 grit. So I think it's kind of rough, but it'll be fine for what I'm doing. So I'm going to start rubbing the layers off, and we want to see almost like a topographical map kind of look. And then I'll start peeling things off as it opens up. So that's going to be the process. And then after I'm finished sanding, then I will go back over it with some art supplies. So whatever kind of mixed media I feel like was suited, or what kind of, I'm going to, like, if I'm curious about the effects, that's what I'm going to do. But right now I'm just going to sand it and like kind of pick it apart. And so the actual canvases might actually start breaking apart at that moment, since there's nothing really holding them together. Okay, now we'll speed up this process. And I will turn on a movie because it's going to take too long. And I was right. This process took forever. Hand sanding took a really long time. It was a lot of energy going into it. And as you can see, I did not make much progress. I was excited to see a little bit of color coming through, but I still had so much more to go. Okay, y'all, this is actually take 2 because I had all kind of grit and everything on my face. Oh, now I just put it back on there. So I've been using the sandpaper to try to reveal these layers. I'm still putting stuff on oh my God. You guys, I'm just gonna have stuff on my face. So the process is too slow. It's wearing me out. I'm using all my core strength to try to get these layers revealed. So I'm going to go to my dad's and borrow his electric sander, and I'll be right back. So I got the sander, and I thought that this would be a lot faster. I was wrong. I'm not sure if it's the amount of power that's in the sander or if it's just a process that's just going to always take a long time. But it was a lot faster and a lot easier than hand sanding. One thing to keep in mind is you have to make sure you keep your substrate still while you're sanding, or something will fly away. Oops. This is after about 5 or 10 minutes, I think. I still have a lot to go. I haven't even gotten past the first layer of the gesso yet. So I'll keep going. Okay, so I'm having to stop periodically to clean some of this paint buildup off of the sandpaper. But I am making progress because now I can see, let me see. Now I can see some color coming through. I can see some of the book pages. So it's a very slow process. And I can see the grid from the separate canvases. And I kind of like it. So I know they're going to break apart if I keep going. But now I'm trying to decide, do I really want it broken apart? I'm also considering, I'm also considering maybe collaging a large image on top and then separating it. So it will be kind of fragmented if it's hung up on the wall as separate pieces. But I'm going to keep going and decide later after I see what else is going to emerge. But I'm really starting to like the different colors and just the texture. And I really like seeing the text coming through. Can you see the text? It's really interesting texture. So after about 30 minutes of sanding, I decided to accelerate the process by getting an awl and picking through some of the layers so I could expose a little bit more, a little bit faster, or else it would have taken me several days of sanding. I also got to a point that I really liked what I was seeing, and I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of color, so I used some distress stain and put it on there, and then I kind of rotated the canvas and sprayed some water to get a good effect. Okay, so I added a little bit more spray and I turned it. I think I want to add, a little bit more texture, but I want to use these really pretty papers I have. But I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to knock off some of the flakes because there are like some flakes on here. I'm going to knock those off, and then I'm going to come back and add some of the textured Kozo paper and maybe some metallic paint. I'm not really sure. But I really like how it's turning out. I like this. I really like it a lot, especially now that I bent it and sanded it down at the curves. I'm not even gonna break it apart. I like it where you can see the grid and that it's still stuck together. So I think I'm gonna keep it one piece. And I also like the areas at the edges where it's distressed and you can see that it looks like it could come apart. I like that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let it dry and then come back. So the panel is dry. I am going to have, I need to wipe it down still to get some of the crumbs off of it. And I need to do that first. And then I'm going to add some of this textured Kozo paper in certain areas. I was thinking about adding an image, but I kind of like this look. And so I don't think I'm going to add like an image of anything. I'm going to just collage some additional texture onto it, because I really like how this looks. I think I'm going to do another project like this. I think I found the thing that I really like to do. This is really cool. So I have to thank Kelly at Collage Lab, because I learned this technique in her course. And look at this. I love this stuff coming off. This is my vibe. I love this. So, okay, it's smooth now. I think I got a little crumbs off of it. Look at that. A mess. And I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to sit here and collage some of this Kozo paper on. Should I be inspired, I might add some more color or maybe some inks. But I don't really think I will. I am liking this. I do see, like, I would like to see some strings hanging off of it or something. You know, I always like stuff that's tactile. I love to make stuff that people want to touch. You know, I grew up with a mother who would go in the store. We would go in the store and she'd say, look, but don't touch. And now I just want to make things that people want to touch and probably can touch. So this piece is so big, but I like the shape. Also, I know that I think this is going to be clear when I put it on. But y'all know, I like to work quietly, so let's see. I'm going to add this. I'm going to put some medium, some gel medium on it, and then flip it over. Oh, yo, I love this. I love how this looks. I shouldn't even really add anything, I think. Oh, yeah, no, I'm wrong. I love it. I want this on there. I'm so conflicted because I really like how it looks. I don't even think I'm going to add a lot of pieces of Kozo to it. I really like this. I'm going to have to make another one. Because the thing is, you never know what you're going to get. I think I like things when you work on them and you don't really have that kind of control. You don't know how it's going to end up. Even this, when I put this paper here, I don't even really necessarily know what this is going to look like when it dries. Because sometimes this white Kozo paper will dry clear, which will be really cool. Especially if you see the textured lines in between. So I might just add maybe just a couple pieces and be done. Because I feel pretty satisfied. I like this. Let me see. I'm going to add a tiny piece of this. The circular paper. Dare I say, this is a masterpiece. I'm going to bake the square, but not on the square. Oops. But not on the square. Also, oh, maybe I should have added some color to this. Maybe I'll do that on my next one. Because I like this blue and white. It's snowing today. We have like this big snowstorm. And this is reminding me of like snow and, you know, ice and the pavements, you know, like when you see the salt, when it breaks up the snow and the sleet and stuff. Oh, look at this. This is so, oh, I love this. It's like a little band-aid. Let's see. I want to do one here and one here, but I think that might be too symmetrical. I don't know. I'm not supposed to think. I think also the idea behind a project like this is you're not, because you don't have the control, you shouldn't be trying to overthink it. And I can see I'm already overthinking because now I'm like, what side should I put this on? And I think, I don't know. Yeah, I like it like that. I love this paper. These strings. This is what I wanted, some strings. And like some of this blue dye is on here. Like that. I definitely want to do this in a like large scale piece like this. I'm gonna have to probably wait till the spring so I can sand it outside. But some of the techniques I'm gonna repeat. So like for the class, Kelly instructed us to like layer papers because she's just trying to teach us the technique, you know. But I've never been one to follow instructions. And so I added paper. I added lots of different kinds of paper. I did some magazine paper. I did some book pages, which you can see right here. Some old book pages. So they had that antique like patina on the paper. And I also did some gift wrapping paper because it had all the colors on it. So that's this yellow. Oh, I don't have it up here, but it was like yellow and blue and it had stars all over it. And that's where this yellow is coming in. These colors are coming from that wrapping paper. And it's so awesome. And then I decided, of course, as I do, to do my own thing. And I did a layer of, what do you call it? Gesso with, oh, I like that. With, the chalk pastels. I rubbed the chalk pastels all over it because I wanted to see if the colors would come up too. So, and I'm not sure. I feel like it did come up, but I can't even tell. It's so many layers. And I think I did like more layers than she instructed, which is crazy because now I see how much sanding is required. And I think I only went down to like, in some spaces, I might have hit like the second layer of the gesso. So this is the first layer. Then I had layers of paper, and that's the other layer. And there's another layer under here. Like I did like 3 layers, and I'm not even gonna ever reach that part. I probably have to get like an industrial sander, not industrial, but like more than my little tiny sander to do that. But I'm gonna definitely repeat this in the spring and do a big piece. I have a couple ideas. I'm gonna write some stuff in my art journal so I can remember to go back to this project when I have like fresh air to breathe, because I definitely put a lot of stuff in my nose. I don't know, is that too symmetrical? I have this piece here I have to remember. What if let me see what this looks like. I'm going to stain a little section of this over here in the corner. I like it. This has some, oh, look at now. Oh, look at that. I'm going to put it here so I can get the lines. Some of it's coming off. Oh, look at that. It's making a pattern in the matte medium. Oh. Also, I'm going to use this in my jelly printing. This is why we like to experiment. Okay. So now, I think I want it this way. No, over here some. Ooh, coming off. Yes. That's what I want. I know sometimes people think that because something is abstract, that people just throw stuff down. But that's not the case. Because I think a lot about where stuff is going. It just might not make sense to you, but it's speaking to me. So I take time to figure out where I want it. Ooh, oh, I like this. When it's not, oh, I like this. When I move the strings, it's not so uniform. Yes, please. Okay. This looks too uniform now. Now I want to break it apart. Maybe I'll leave the first little train track and then move this one down. I like a little bit of chaos. A little bit of movement. And a little bit of deconstruction. Stuff getting torn up, I guess. I like that. Also, when I was thinking about adding the silver, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to add some matte medium here. And I'm going to cut some more of this paper. Oh, I love this paper. And I'm going to make an impression with this. And let me use the side up. And I'm going to push this down in here. Ugh, that didn't give me the look that I want. I want the look that I got here. Maybe I added too much. Look at this. Now I can't replicate it. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. You never know what you're going to get because now I can't even replicate what was here. I want this grid. I was hoping to be able to get this grid in the matte medium, and then when it dries, to go over it with the metallic paint and see if I can like see it. Let me see. I'm just gonna, maybe this is what I did. I can't remember what I did. I just did it 5 minutes ago. But I don't really want to use a modeling paste because I don't want that white, I don't want that. I just kind of wanted a clear but textured situation on top. I got it a little bit. I'm not getting what I want. But whatever. I'm going to add the rest of this matte medium. Also, because I don't want it to get cloudy. I'm not a gloss person either. I don't really like when things are glossy. Unless you really want to focus on one specific part of something, then I kind of like when you have gloss. Like when you can add like a little bit of resin to something that's matte and then it like pops. I'm going to do that over. So I'm going to go ahead and add this matte medium all over. Add it there. I'm not going to mess with that because I like that. I'm going to do a layer, and then I think I'm going to end up doing another layer of this matte medium on top after it dries. Even though I know it's supposed to dry clear, I still get nervous when it looks super cloudy because I don't want it cloudy. I like that some of the colors are really vivid coming through on some of these layers. So, all right. I usually dry it with my hair dryer, but I think it's not in this studio anymore. I think I have it in the bathroom. So, I don't know. Okay. So now I'm going to lay this down again. See if I can get any kind of impression. Any kind of impression. I'm not going to have my hopes up high to get the exact one, but any kind of texture. Oh, that's what I wanted. So I'm going to smooth it out. Got to smooth it out first. And then rub it on. And then, hopefully when it dries, you'll be able to see it. I love this. Oh, I love this. Okay. What do you guys think? This is a little... see. I like the hole. I like this hole. I don't know why when I'm making this hole in here. Excuse me. I don't know why it's making me think of The Walking Dead. That's so random. Shout out to my friend Ramsey who introduced me to The Walking Dead. I'm not sure if he sees these videos, but I was so addicted to that show when he showed it to me. So, all right. Yeah. So I think I gotta find the right metallic paint. And I think I'm just gonna, when this stuff is dry, just touch, just a little touch of metallic. I'm thinking maybe silver. Is that too cliche? Silver and blue? Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry. No, come back later. That's better. So I hit it with the blow dryer to heat up, to accelerate the drying process. And it started looking matte, like I was worried about it looking. Not matte, but like cloudy. I wanted it to not have too much shine, but I also didn't want it to look cloudy. And so I decided that I would take this little piece of candle from my tea light and melt that wax over it to see if that would take away some of the cloudiness. And I think it did, because I see like the middle looks like the way I wanted it to look. But we'll see like after it really cools if it's going to keep looking like that. But I'm going to look for my metallic paint to see of color I want. Let's see. So many paints. I wish I had more of this metallic watercolor. It's one of these silvers. Oh, I have all these different silvers. So I want the lightest one, I think. I don't want this dark one. I know I want that one. Let's see. Oh, this might be too light. This is pearl white. I think this is gonna be too. I think this one's gonna be too light. Yeah. And then the next lightest one, shimmer and silver. I don't know. This is all like, oh, let me guess. Let me figure out what I like. One false move, and it's a shitty mess. Let's see. Let's try some of this. I know this is too light. Let's see. Yeah, that's too light. It's kind of cool looking there on the ropes. Yeah, I kind of like it. I could put it in some other spaces. I'm gonna even put it here just to see. Rub it in. There. Gotta do that first. Yeah, I like this. Hidden just a couple little spots. Let's see. A little bit of here. See, and you probably can't even see on the camera, but what I like is, you know, from different angles, you'll see a little bit of the shimmer depending on where you stand when you look at it. I like, you know, that's part of it being interactive too. I like stuff like that. People have to move around to look at it. They want to touch it. They want to feel it. You know? Maybe they see the text and they want to get closer to try to figure out where the text came from. What is it saying? I'm going to do some of this silver now. Let's see. Is it safe to use this paint on my fingers? I don't know. I don't care. I've passed 50 years old. Whatever's happening is gonna happen. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, her fingerprints are all over the work. I've heard people say, it's the mark of the artist. And I am literally giving you the mark of the artist. You know, I'm a true crime fan. And love me some my favorite murder. And should I ever do anything murderous, which I will not. they'll be able to say, oh, her prints are on that painting that she did. You can match it to that. If they found this painting. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like this. This is the best silver. I need to add some in the middle somewhere. There we go. Let's see. Does it look any different? I'm not sure if it looks any different on the camera. I want to hit some of this very lightly. That. Yeah, you can see that texture. You can see the texture. Let's see. I want a little bit of this in here. The side of my finger. Let me see. Let me stand up. I think it needs a little teeny bit. This wax feels really good too. Is it crazy that I want to kind of sand it a little bit again? Just to see like what kind of texture I would get. I don't know. I'm liking it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And if I like it, that's all that matters. Let's see. Bring it closer. Maybe next time I do one of these projects, I'll do it live so I can see if I get any comments, any live comments. You know, people love to be part of the peanut gallery. I don't think people say that no more. That's an old saying. The peanut gallery. I don't even know where that came from. Look, I'm gonna wipe that off. Some of this. You can go into a trance wiping some of that off. Look how easy it was just to wipe it off. So I think also because I covered this with the wax, I can't. Oh, here we go, a chopstick. I want to try to get some little silver circles. Because the paper did have circles in it. and I couldn't get the impressions with my finger. I'll use the chopstick. And I might put just a couple over here. Whoops. Let's see. Put just a couple right here. Supposed to turn it so you don't get the same mark over and over again. That's I'm pushing extra hard so I can get a ring. Oh, I like the ring. Yeah, I want to do that all the time. Go back up here. See, I never know what I'm going to get. Just messing around. Ooh, pulled something up. Bam. Ooh. Oh, that's the matte medium coming up. Guess it peels off of that wax. Let me try that one again. I have to settle for the dot right there. I like these rings though. So I'm not supposed to be thinking too much. Now I'm slowing down because now I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking everything. Let's see. Is that enough? Maybe a couple more. Oh, stuff sticking to my finger. I didn't think I'd be playing with this chopstick today. I like making these marks. I'll use some of the white. All right. Okay. I think maybe I'm done. I think I might be done. I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to look at it for a couple days and see if I want to add anything. I kind of want to highlight this little area. But I'm not sure. Oh, let me use this. I'm going to try one more thing. I think this might be too soft though. Let me. Yeah, I'm going to sit with it. See if I want to make any other changes. But I think I like it. I think I'm finished. So anyway, this is how my, what's it called? My excavation project is ending. Thank you for watching, and you can see me and all the rest of my creations on yardgirlcreations.com.